Alright guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about ZL Hermann. When I watch streams, I think the comment I see, or the question I see that's asked the most often in the comments is, how is ZL Hermann? And I haven't seen a video talking about how that march feels on the field. So I'm going to make one and give my opinion on it today, right? So I haven't talked about it because I haven't used it on the field. I was waiting to expertise Hermann after I expertise my Joan. Joan's at 5.455. Kingsland for me is coming to an end. Not Kingsland, KVK. And past 5 open today, so we had a couple more hours of fighting. I decided, fuck it, let me just at least get my Hermann on the field so I have some experience using it so I could talk about it, right? Because if I don't use them today, my KVK after I migrate probably won't be until like the beginning of April. So that's going to be a long time, right? So full disclosure, I had a expertise ZL with 5411 Hermann. And I was expecting it to, I don't know, I guess like do okay, but the results surprised me to the point that I'm actually pretty confident to say that ZL Hermann, if it's not the best march in the game, I think it's clearly in the top 2 behind Scipio Luce, or maybe even the best, right? The reason why it's so good, there's only a few marches in the game where when you look at the reports and you just see the amount of damage that it puts out compared to all the other marches, right? I think Scipio Luce has that effect. ZLYSG has that effect. Nevsky Joan to a lesser degree. And then ZL with a 5411 Hermann also had that effect, right? So like basically all my other marches were trading, let's just say 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. And then look at ZL Hermann, it's doing like 4 to 1, right? And for this whole KVK, consistently Scipio Luce was doing that. But I did not have a march that did that. Like Boudica ZL was okay, and my Archer set is actually my best gear. But when I was running Boudica ZL, it was just clear that Scipio Luce is just a better march, right? I think if Hermann, for me, got up to speed, I'm not actually so sure that Scipio Luce will outperform him. I probably will, but let's just say Scipio Luce is a little bit more fun and might trade a little better. But you literally, in the ZL Hermann march, you have, in my opinion, the 2 best debuffs in the game on one march, right? The ZL's debuff, 15% damage reduction, and then the Hermann spreading poison with the active skill and a passive skill. It's just ridiculous, like how much utility and how much it's actually bringing besides the trade. So then when the trades turn out the way they were, I mean, more than pleasantly surprised. All right, so let's actually go over some reports. This one, there wasn't much going on, so let's scroll down a little bit. All right, so this one, you can see it's trading about like a 5.5 to 1. This one, about 10 to 1 as far as KP. When I'm saying like how I'm trading, I'm talking about KP, right? This one is about like 6 to 1. And keep in mind again, this is a 5411 Hermann with an expertise CL. This one, you can see I actually got wiped. I think this one I ended up dueling someone like 6 on 6. And obviously he targeted my ZL first, and it still traded positive. I think like all afternoon when I was playing, the ZL Hermann didn't trade negative once. Right, and this one you can see it's about like 3.5 to 1, maybe close to 4 actually. 3.5, right? And I think that's it for all the reports. So, if you're wondering if it's good, yes, it's extremely good. And I would say, having run Boudica ZL, both expertise for most of this KVK, a 5411 Hermann on the field actually performs better than an expertise Boudica when paired with ZL. So in case you had any doubts, I would highly recommend you prioritize Hermann and consider him as one of like your top 3 priorities. I'll make another video about this. I actually ended up breaking up the Luce and Scipio today, and I actually ran Luce as a primary with Alex as a secondary, and then went back to Guan and Skippy. And looking at the reports and how they did over a couple rounds, I think it's pretty clear to me as far as trading, Luce is actually providing even more to that pair than Scipio, right? Because you would think Guang is better than Alex, but when you break them up, for some reason the Luce with Alex behind it trades a lot better. And I'll actually talk about that March. I think it's very, very viable to actually really good, and I'll actually have the reports to back that up. All right, so keeping this video kind of short. Again, I think ZL Hermann is one of the best March in the game. He's either number 1 or number 2. If you're thinking about working on Hermann, definitely do it. And hopefully you guys got something from this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.